What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Dan here, and I know I normally do a video once a month, but I wanted to do this one because if you read the title, you know what I'm talking about. But those of you who didn't stumble upon it, on, during the Golden Globe Awards, during the opening part, Ricky Gervais, who I believe was hosting the Golden Globes, got up, kind of did his little opening, and part of it was saying, don't use this as a political platform. Just, it's an award show. Get your award. Give your little, I want to thank mom and dad and God, because that gets brought up all the time, instead of thanking your own damn talents. You said no. And I wholeheartedly agree. I've seeing people get up and, talk about whatever issues or screeching about something is annoying. It's something I find annoying. And the problem is you can't, when you try to, as you've seen, try to, call it, say, hey, we don't want this. They get mad at you. So yeah, I thought what Ricky Gervais did was warranted. You know why it's warranted? Because it is honestly, I think a lot of people feel that. I think when we watch something like an award show, we're just like, I want to see what won what. I want to see who won Best Picture, who won, Best Sound Design, or Costume, or especially Best Actor. And that's especially when it happens, when you have Best Actors. People getting up on stage and giving their little spiel. That's not the place for it. A lot of people don't want to hear it. And in fact, because a lot of people, not everyone agrees with you. And the problem is, I don't have people expressing their political views. It's your right. It's your right. Living, at least, because this all happens in the U.S. and is protected by the First Amendment. You have absolutely the right to speak your opinion. But I don't think award shows. I think it's better if you want to state your political. That's what art's for, and you guys and actors are artists, so you should instead be expressing it through your craft, and also don't tell us what the fuck it's about. That's been a big problem. When they want to do stuff or use allegory, they put it in your face and no, we need to interpret, art ourselves. For instance, this is why I think Star Trek, the early stuff, and even Next Gen is so beloved because of that. They're talking about politics or culture, but they're using a allegory to explain it, and they don't tell you it. They don't straight up. Like, for instance, when they had in the original season, they had the race that was half black, legitimately half black, half white, and they were fighting over who was what's half was white and which half was black. And that's a great kind of fighting over the nitty gritty is something very important. We need those kind of, reflections of our society or possible societies to avoid those pitfalls, or even perhaps suggest new ideas. For instance, again, I hate to go back to Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry believed in equality. He believed that, for instance, the space was going to be multicultural. It wasn't going to be white men in space. We had been seeing both in the media at the time and then even on the moon landings. It was going to. They saw, a possibility of, you saw the true future, and that's what I think how should be done, not slammed in my face. Or, if you guys want to if you're going to make a political speech it better be something beneficial. Like, if someone got up and said, the winner of, say, Best Actor got up and said, you know what, there's a lot of starving kids out in the world, and I'm donating part of my earnings to that charity. That would be a good political statement. You're doing something good. You're not pushing. You're leading by example. You're not lecturing. I think that's the big problem. We're being lectured at, and no one wants to be lectured, especially adults. We don't want to be told that our opinions are wrong because they're personal. And I just did a video about making your own not letting people make your opinions for you. But I think what Ricky said needed to be said. I think, especially from someone in the industry, we needed to have someone get up and say, "No, this is bullshit." I'm sorry, my Ricky Gervais, but yeah, that very notion that people don't go to the movies necessarily for political. We go to watch these shows, watch the movies to be entertained. And you know what? If you want, that's what I said. If you want to slip your political message in, do it that way. But don't slam you in the face with it. Make it subtle, or do a well-constructed argument. And hell, you know what works even best? If you're going to do that, don't strawman the other guys. Make them, you know, what was it called? Empathetical, or make it so that people go, I can kind of see how they came to that opinion, because by acknowledging that, it makes your argument stronger, because you're saying, even with all these, what this argument is, and presenting it well, my argument's better. That's how you win. That's how you put it. But you don't slam it, as I said, don't do it at the award shows. If you're gonna do it through your art and be subtle. And I think that's all I got to say. I think that's pretty much my point, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.